fuck this shit, sir. It's not worthy of a king. Fuck you, Joe Cornish. Why did I waste my fucking time sitting through this shit when I could have seen How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World again? I could have seen Lego Movie 2 The Second Part again. I could have seen Happy Death Day 2. But no, I had to sit through The Kid Who Won't Be King, directed by Joe Cornish. I think he directed Attack of the Block. Now that movie was awesome. So what a fucking downgrade, man. Yeah, so The Kid Who Won't Be King. So The Kid Who Won't Be King tells the most unoriginal plot for a fantasy movie, period, of Alex, this kid who's attending high school. He's played by Andy Serkis's son, and one day him and his pals, his schoolmates, they find Excalibur in a junkyard. What the fuck is it even doing there? And there's this bullshit prophecy that he is Arthur's heir to the throne, and he must defeat Morgana before she unleashes her army of the dead, and blah blah blah. I couldn't care less. The very trailers for this movie looked cheesy. They put me off immediately. And when I heard they were modernising King Arthur, I thought that this is going to be fucking shit. And you know what? That's exactly what it is. The Kid Who Won't Be King, because there's nothing even remotely king-worthy about this shit, is a fucking atrocity. Seriously, I can't believe Rotten Tomatoes rated this movie a 90%. I'm not kidding, a 90%. That's a score nearly as high as How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World. What the fuck are the critics high on? And I'm going to give this fucking terrible turd the rant that it truly deserves. Do I have any positives to compliment this shit? Hell no. Not a single positive to be found here. Nobody gave a single shit in the making of this trash, so let's get to the bad that's scatters throughout this piece of shit. Oh god, the plot of The Kid Who Won't Be King is complete and utter shit. I'm like, it has been done to death at this point. And I'm like, do we need a chosen one prophecy storyline going up against to save the world from a villain, and do we need a mentor? I'm like, seriously, do something original with the concept of King Arthur already. And the fact that this kid Alex would be a descendant of King Arthur, that makes no sense. Because King Arthur and Guinevere in the legend, they never had kids. Arthur was sadly killed at the Battle of Camlan, so his body rests at the Lake of Avalon before him and Guinevere could ever have kids. So there's no descendants of Arthur living today. So why would Alex be related to Arthur biologically? No, makes no sense. And even if he was, that wouldn't matter, because the monarchy don't rule the UK these days. It's the Prime Minister. And the acting in this movie is god awful from everybody. I'm like, the kid actors in this movie, holy shit, they are the worst child actors, well, some of the worst I have ever seen. I'm like, Alex's actor, Andy Serkis's son, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he will grow up to be a legend in Hollywood, but and don't get me wrong, he was a decent at voicing a Boone, the albino wolf pup in Mowgli, the Netflix movie last year. But how could he follow up that likable performance with this wooden performance? He doesn't even try, and he's a coward. There's nothing king-worthy. There's nothing about him that makes you root for him. He's just, whenever he's told by Merlin that he must fulfill his destiny, he's like, I can't do anything, I can't do shit, I'm just 12. So this movie's saying to kids they can't do anything like adults can just because they're kids. Oh, what a shitty message. And his schoolmates, Knights of the Round Table, my arse, they do nothing in the movie but crack weak jokes. The girl in the movie, she learnt to drive from playing Mario Kart. What? Is this a joke? So if I played Mario Kart, I would frickin' crash and I'd get a fucking fail on my driving test from my instructor. Yeah, sorry kids, but driving lessons don't work that way. You need to pass your theory, not play Mario Kart to drive in real life. And the entire thing with Merlin being young, Alex even points this out. I thought Merlin was supposed to be an old man, even though this movie has two versions of Merlins, occasionally the young dude and occasionally Patrick Stewart. You're like, why not just have him be Patrick Stewart 24/7? Having a young man being Merlin, talk about butchering the character. And the headmistress who says that line from the trailer, this is instead of lessons today, we're kicking ass, kids, instead of having lessons today. What a total waste. She is in like 2 scenes in the entire movie, and even the animated opening sequence explaining the backstory of King Arthur, that was fucking insulting to me, because I'm like, why couldn't that be the entire movie? I'd rather see a hand-drawn animated King Arthur movie than a live-action modernised version. All the school stuff was boring as shit. Who wants to see a King Arthur movie in a school? And even the quest that they go on is, I'm like, it is entirely lacking in any tension, and and the pacing was so bad that I was literally going like donkey in Shrek 2. Are we there yet? Yeah. You won't believe the rate I checked my watch during this quest. And as for this movie's villain, Morgana, played by legendary and gorgeous actress Rebecca Ferguson. Sorry, Rebecca Ferguson, but fire your agent if he gave you this role, because you deserve infinitely better. I refuse to call this version of Morgana, because she has like 10 minutes in the entire movie, and they give her no motivation beyond ruling the world. I'm sorry, but screw you, movie. Morgana is a far deeper character than that. You butchered her even worse than Merlin. I can't believe it. The final battle at the school is laughable, and the CGI is even worse. The CGI is horrendous. This doesn't feel like a cinematic blockbuster. It feels like a movie that's straight to DVD. In fact, it should have been released straight to DVD. Overall, I don't know what the critics see in Kid Who Won't Be King. This is the most overrated movie of 2009, hands down, and the worst movie of 2009. Currently, I'm sure there will be worse to come. Thank you, audiences, for letting this cheesy disgrace bomb. And Film Buffo 6 did request this review, and thanks, buddy. That's awesome if you love the movie. Sorry if I was overly negative to it, but this is just my honest thoughts. If you want a good King Arthur adaptation, watch the Disney classic The Sword in the Stone. Or watch the BBC TV show Merlin. That had a compelling Morgana. I give the kid who won't be king 0 stars out of 5. Fuck this movie. You'll need this as comfort after sitting through Kid Who Won't Be King. Oh, it was tempting to walk out. It was that honestly. Kid Who Won't Be King is the worst adaptation of King Arthur since Artie and Shrek the Turd or Transformers The Last Shite. So, well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. And what do you think of the Kid Who Would Be King? Are you with the critics or are you with me? And hated it so much. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I continue the Harry Awards, and I will be reviewing Captain Marvel this month, as well as the Disney live action remakes that I've yet to review. So happy March, and remember, movies are us. Bye guys.